Harry's Wife, Part 104.20. They are more beautiful. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. What's that smell? What's that scent? Is it some expensive fragrance that is performing an olfactory assault upon the Tudor nose? Maybe it is the seasonal smell of wood smoke, as we in the Northern Hemisphere embrace autumn or fall to our transatlantic cousins, picturing up a day where sunlight percolates through the thinning trees of russet, amber, ochre, and orange and yellow and gold, leaves slowly falling to the ground as smoke drifts across this scene, and the subtle scent of wood smoke filling one's nostrils. What top notes are there? Do we determine that there is a hint of lemon and orange, perhaps rose? The structure of those heart notes: jasmine, cinnamon, pepper, cardamom. Or maybe those substantial base notes, long-lasting, of vanilla, of amber, of sandalwood or cedarwood. What is it that we are smelling? It's desperation, of course. Yes. When it comes to Harry's Wife, as of late, there's only two scents: bullshit and cheap desperation. And as a consequence of the increasing pressure that she finds herself under, it's necessary for what remaining PR dollars exist to be spunked on some more PR frippery. And this comes to us courtesy of cheatsheet.com, with an article by Mandy Kerr, not her brother Wayne, that says, recent Prince Harry and Harry's wife photos more beautiful to look at than outdated royal family portraits. Yes, pettiness is on the increase. As Harry's wife feels the pressure and her narcissism instructs her to go into overdrive to find any ounce of popularity wherever she can, it now comes down to basically saying, my pictures are better than your pictures. Nah, 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 nah. You might ordinarily think, of course, such petty behaviours were beyond that of somebody in their 40s, but not when it comes to a narcissist. Particularly lesser and some mid-range narcissists will repeatedly engage in the blatant one-upmanship. Oh, I've got a television like that, but mine's bigger. Or, I've got that shirt, doesn't suit me either. The backhanded compliments and provocations that the narcissist will dole forward in order to one-up other individuals, exhibiting a competitive nature, all part of the exhibition of envy, which drives at the assertion of control and the receipt of fuel. Pettiness, of course, is not something that lesser and mid-range narcissists have any difficulty engaging in. Naturally, they don't see that they're being petty. They're merely telling you the truth. Their truth. And in this instance, the truth is that Harry's wife's photographs are better and more beautiful to look at than the outdated royal family portraits. So, who has been put up to this? Well, recent photos, the article tells us, of Prince Harry and Harry's wife have been dubbed more beautiful to look at than royal family portraits. While the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have released many portraits through the years, I'll say, snapshots taken by one photographer in particular have a royal commentator saying they make royal family portraits appear outdated. In the wake of Queen Elizabeth II's death in September 2022, Harry and Harry's wife have offered a few glimpses of themselves. Via photos. They include images taken by photographer Ramona Rosales. Harry's wife posed for Rosales as part of a photo shoot for an October 2022 Variety interview, see parts passim, where she chatted shit about post-royal life, her arsey wife's podcrap, and more. As for Harry, Rosales snapped his photo for the cover of his highly anticipated Whinge-fest, Spare. The book, which now has a January 2023 release date, will feature a close-up portrait of Harry on the cover. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex underscored just how different their path is from the royal family with recent portraits. As royal fashion expert and celebrity stylist Miranda Holder, for it is she, told Newsweek, their images are a far cry from typical royal portraits. Well, I'm going to have to say that I agree. Ordinarily, we don't have royal portraits where the person in it is scowling as he cries about his victimhood from the cover of the book, and nor does it have an individual giggling like some released maniac from a lunatic asylum in the garden, or prancing around as if they are modelling clothes at a 7-year-old girls' gathering of let's dress up and play together. I would agree that they are not typical royal portraits, and thank your own personal God for that. The article continues, Harry and Harry's wife's images taken by Rosales are evocative, emotional and visionary, telling us far more about their subjects than the more formal poised counterparts of which we are more familiar. More arse-lickery, they certainly do tell us more. It basically tells us that Harry invariably is Harry the hairdresser, shunted to the second row, and it's all about Harry's wife flouncing around in dresses on the garden or looking like she's been created by artificial intelligence on the cover of the magazine. It certainly tells us plenty about how he's always relegated as a consequence of her narcissistic need to be front and centre, and of course it tells us about how her narcissism ensures that she is the one that comes first, that has to be photographed, filmed and talked about. These new images are far more engaging, more beautiful to look at, really, and make the others look staid and outdated. Holder continued, before concluding, it may signal the beginning of a new, more positive direction for the Harry and Harry's wife PR machine. Prior to Harry's spare cover reveal and Harry's wife's interview, the couple offered a behind-the-scenes glimpse of a September the 5th event. Taken by Meghan Harriman, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex appeared backstage in a previously unseen image from the 2022 One Young World Summit opening ceremony. In it, Harry's wife, who delivered a speech at the event, can be seen standing in front of Harry, typically doing so, relegating him to hairdresser role, while the two hold hands. What raised some eyebrows at the time of the photo's October the 3rd release was what had happened just days earlier. On October the 1st, the royal family released an official portrait of King Charles III, Camilla Parker Bowles, Prince William and Kate Middleton. The foursome posed for a photo on September the 18th, the day before Queen Elizabeth's funeral at Buckingham Palace. It's all in the timing, isn't it? Royal expert and author Katie Nichols said after the release of Harry and Harry's wife's photo. It was quite polarising because you had just 2 days before that incredible image of the King and the Queen Consort and the new Prince and Princess of Wales, she explained. It said, this is the future of the monarchy. Of course, so notable by their absence was Harry and Harry's wife. The new royals, Queen Elizabeth's legacy and the future of the crown, author added. So it didn't surprise me to see an image of them so soon after, but it was a pretty bold move. As sort of a reminder that actually there is this alternative royal court across the pond. Well, of course, that was done to nullify the threat to control posed by that picture, and of course we now have some more PR puff piece frippery by claiming that they look more beautiful than the royal family portraits. Well, your glorious narrator has teed up a number of those photographs, and they're going to come across the screen shortly. And so you can make your own mind up as to, are these beautiful pictures, or are they simply the increasing desperation of a narcissist trying by any means to stay in the news, to subconsciously pursue control, fuel, and residual benefits? You can decide. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.
Bye.